arms workout. So we are starting off with a Smith machine shoulder press. Our rep range is between 12 to 15. If you hit 15 successfully, then you want to increase the weight. So with this one, although we are going for higher reps, we still want a progressive overload. So we want to make sure we increase our weight. Keep that focus on squeezing our grip nice and tight and controlling the weight. Up next, we have some dips. This is a superset. So straight from the shoulder press, we go into the dips. Get a nice squeeze at the peak of the movement and feel those triceps work. If you do have any pain in your shoulders, make sure that you have that shoulder mobility to be able to perform this exercise. Our first exercise should really get our shoulders warm. Alright, so up next we have a 1/4 rep. So basically perform 1 rep and a 1/4 rep. This is all time and attention work. We're keeping the time and muscle. We're keeping the muscle under tension over a period of time. So that's what this is all about. And with this one too, you want to go relatively heavy for it, but gradually increase the weight. We are now supersetting this with 1 1/4 bicep curls. With our bicep curls, you don't have to use exactly the same weight. You probably want to go a little bit lighter with the bicep curls, because with our shoulders, we can relatively lift heavier. They're usually bigger muscle groups as well too, and you utilize the whole muscle groups when you are doing shoulders. So that explains it all with that. And while we're doing these, make sure you feel that weight, get that control, and as that's a very, very important part of the workout. So we're utilizing time and attention. We're also utilizing some progressive overload in this. Up next, we got some reverse flies. Now, we don't have to go too heavy with these reverse flies because we are trying to target a very small part of our shoulder muscle, the rear deltoids. So we're going to get a nice squeeze right at the peak of the movement, and alternatively you can do this lying flat on the bench, which I showed in previous videos as well. We are supersetting this with an overhead extension. Now with this movement, what we're trying to do is trying to keep our elbows nice and stable while we extend our arms and give our triceps a nice squeeze as well. Again, with these movements, feel free to increase our weight and implement our progressive overload. Last but not the least, we have our front delt raise. Now we've got an easy bar here. You can use a straight bar as well for this one. It doesn't have to be. Look at my camera skills, making sure I'm getting those epic shots in. And what we're trying to do here is keep that control. Even with a heavier weight, we still want to control the eccentric slightly, as you see Kay doing here. I've sped up this video now we are supersetting this with a strict bicep curl. So you can do this by the wall, or you can use your arm blaster for this movement. Get a nice squeeze at the peak of the movement. The reason for restricting our arm movement is pulling your elbows back actually takes away from the biceps, and that's what we want to try and avoid as much as possible. In that time, focus on squeezing the biceps while you're working your form and technique, and you can still progressively load by increasing that weight after each set. And I'll leave Kay here to explain our last exercise, which is our lateral raise pyramid. Onto our pyramid set, we are going to be starting with 25 reps, but for the purpose of this video, we're only doing a couple of reps. So we are increasing the weight as we go. So you see Kay going up in weight as we go, and that's one of the important things with this pyramid. She's going to be slowly increasing the weight, making sure she's keeping the form even when it gets heavier. So she's going all the way up to the 10s, the 10 kilos, and then most importantly, we're not done yet. We're going to drop the weight. So that's important as well. So drop the weight, go down. We're going to be doing the respective reps for that. So as she's dropping down as well, we're going back to the same amount of reps. So 15 reps for this one, and her last one 25 reps. So 25, 15, 10, 8, 15, 10, 15, 25 reps. Wait. 10, 15, 25 is the pyramid. Let's go.